Hello and welcome to the Lunar Phoenix Path, where we use symbolism to help you turn embers into flame. Today we're looking at losing yourself to keep the peace through the eyes of people-pleasing. You keep making yourself easier for everyone else and you're starting to disappear in the process. We'll be looking at how you respond to other people's needs and expectations, what may need your attention, and what could become possible from here. Let's see what wants to come forward. Okay, so first card is the overall energy. What is really happening here? So we have the Eight of Swords, so self-imposed prison of thoughts, limiting and negative thoughts, victim mentality, trapped, helpless, powerlessness, and victim. So the Eight of Swords, generally speaking, like overall, restriction is like a key word. So I think anything I say, this card says it all. I mean, anything I say right now is just going to... I'm hearing some people say, well, duh. In the basic idea that you wouldn't be here watching this video if you weren't ready to be done with it. You're questioning, and somewhere buried in there, you're asking yourself, who are you really? I question why you keep doing what you keep doing. Is it an obligation? Maybe is it like you love someone, but you haven't realized yet, at least, that love is a give and take, and so you just give and give and give and give and give, and they just keep taking and taking and taking. It's reciprocal, or at least it's supposed to be. And if that's the case, I'm going to merely say you deserve better. Because no matter if it's like a relationship, or maybe work related, or it's anything in between, if you keep giving and they keep taking and the dynamic does not change, they're showing you their true colors. So, card number 2, moving forward, what needs to change? Ooh, Death card. Okay. Symbolic death and rebirth, big changes, time to move on, transformation, transition, endings, letting go, release, starting anew. This is you literally saying, enough is enough. You recognize the need to move forward. It is going to be painful, potentially. Unless you're one of the outliers, you let it go, you breathe a sigh of relief and then shout for joy. But I have a feeling it's going to be more painful because you've given your heart and soul to the situation. And you're finally realizing, like I said here, you're finally realizing that the reciprocal cycle is entirely broken. If they cared enough, then they would actually reciprocate. And if this is the first time you're hearing this, I am truly sorry that this is how it's broken, like been broken to you. But I'd rather be telling you, like ripping the Band-Aid off, than you finding out the hard way. So, with that out, I'm sorry, I can't speak. With that said, when you finally get to the point where you can say enough is enough, it's time for me. If you don't agree with that, sayonara. See you later. Bye, Felicia. When you get to that point, possible outcomes. What becomes possible if you make that change? King of Wands. Natural born leader. Vision. Boldness. Daring. Charm. Entrepreneur. Power. Big picture. Optimism. Taking control. Taking control. So, taking control. That's just like the bare minimum, I think, which you deserve better than that. You deserve more than that. So we'll use the taking control as like a stepping stone. So let's say, I don't know, we'll say in a relationship. If you've been people pleasing over here, but you have wanted to do some things and they just flat out said, no, we're not doing it because I don't want to, and you just don't, tell them bye, Felicia, and then go do the thing you wanted to do. There's going to be a sense of freedom at some point. And if you cry, that is okay. That might be stress leaving or some other negative emotion. So big picture, what do you want your picture to look like? Like, be bold. Don't be afraid to nitpick and dream big. Like, okay, I need a new car. So, which maybe that's what you're thinking. Just as an example. Well, if you just kind of say, yeah, I'll just go out and get this beater, but it's a car. Maybe with this entrepreneur thing, maybe you just say, screw it, I'm just going to redo my whole life, and you start your own business. And in the process of doing that, you get this new car. And it's going to be something, rather than like some Beetle, I don't know, 15-year-old car that is half falling apart. Instead of that, you're getting like maybe it's a sports car, some really expensive car. Maybe not right away. Maybe you kind of go in between and do like a $30,000 vehicle. A really nice one. So vision and boldness. What I want you to dream, and don't be afraid to dream big. What does the bold version of you really long for? What have you been denied that you have wanted for so long? I don't know, maybe if you've been forced to live in the city and you just want peace and quiet, then move to the country. Surround yourself with nature. What brings you peace? What makes you feel whole? And if you don't know, then just, I don't know, experiment. Don't be afraid. And who knows, with this whole natural born leader, maybe there's somebody watching you that is going to be greatly impressed by you to give you a, I don't know, like maybe a better job opportunity if you don't want to start your own business. Maybe it is a younger family member that looks up to you and they see the bold strides that you are making or about to make, and they think, wow, I want to be like that person. And in that sense, they're looking at the strong version of you, not the broken you. In the eyes of a child, they're generally, that I have seen, they're generally about the here and now. They don't generally focus too much on the past. Okay? So let's get some oracle cards. Yeah, I feel like you. There's more than one there. Okay. 2. Okay. And then we will get the other card. Okay. Okay, so what guidance supports this movement? Nothing yet is set in stone, and emotions are running high. Supermoon. So when I read the supermoon here, I'm not thinking about when the next supermoon will be. If you are, feel free to look it up. I'm literally thinking it's like you're shining bright, like brighter than normal. You know, the whole big, bold movements that you are either need to take or are about to take. You are very, very much into your emotions right now, and for a very good reason. If anybody tells you that you're overreacting, you're absolutely not. Whatever you're feeling is completely valid. Don't let anybody tell you differently. But as you make those big, bold moves, remember, nothing is yet set in stone. Like clay, you can mold and shape your life however you want. But you are the one that has to do it. If you let somebody else mold and shape you into their vision, it's going to be a reflection of their life, not yours. So you need to ask yourself if you're okay with that. Okay? And final message, what do you need to hear? Shine love on fear. Love will light up the darkness. So, on this second line here, I'm thinking like how you are right now. Death, that is a really deep card. You have to be in a really, I feel like you're in a really dark place with that one. You are naturally going to have fear. Like if you, I'm getting the image of like a gymnast the first time that they walk on the balance beam. I mean, as long as they stay in that straight line and on the beam, they're fine. But there's a massive fear that they're going to make a wrong move, they're going to go off balance, they're going to fall. But remember, if you fall, at least the first time you're on it, there's padding and whatnot down there. In a way, I mean, yeah, it's going to hurt, but you will be given the chance to get back up and try again. So, in that thought, don't let fear guide you. Focus on the things that you love, the people that you love, the bold vision that you want. Or just, if nothing else, a belief in yourself that you deserve better. That is self-love, and you need to focus on that, not the fear. So let me ask you this. In your current situation, what do you notice about yourself when you're trying to keep other people happy? So if you do something for someone else, how do you instantly feel? Are you joyful? Are you, melancholy? Or do you just absolutely loathe what you just did for the sake of somebody else? What you need to do is focus on your emotions and your feelings with this. That will help guide you to where you want to be, well, where you need to be. Now, their feelings, they're going to be valid too, but keep in mind, if they've gotten used to the status quo, and the status quo cannot remain. If you're feeling negative right now, the status quo cannot remain. Okay? If this reading gave you something to think about, you're welcome to subscribe and continue walking the Lunar Phoenix path with me. Until next time, take care of yourself.